NHS a national religion, Ruth Davidson hails Theresa May's massive NHS spending boost. The Scottish politician noted the NHS is a pillar of British society and praised Theresa May for making it her top spending priority. She said, "I do think there is a special case when it comes to health funding. I think it is an article of faith in this country. I think it is damned near a national religion." The MSP pointed to her own experiences of using the NHS for her undwindling support for the public institution. She noted, "I'm one of those people who have had their lives saved by the NHS. They saved my life when I was 5 and got run over by a truck, and I spent a lot of my childhood in and out of hospital. And 20 years later, because I'm pretty clumsy, I broke my back in several places and they put me back together a second time. I'm one of those people that have relied on the NHS throughout their entire life." Mr. Davis questioned the Scottish politician on the viability of Mrs. May's cash injection following years of austerity implemented in the wake of the finance crisis of 2008. But Ms. Davidson retorted sharply, "We've always said that we needed to get borrowing and debt under control following the crisis, and when we did that then we would be able to look at our spending priorities." Pointing to the success of conservative austerity policies, she added, "We are now bringing down debt as a proportion of GDP, we have these fiscal rules in place and we are sticking to them, and now is the time to look at our spending priorities." And praising Mrs. May, she said, "The Prime Minister today could not have been clearer, that the NHS is her #1 spending priority, that's why there is this cash injection." However, the Scottish official raised concerns surrounding the funding of the NHS in Scotland under the SNP. She said, "We've already seen a 10.9% increase in health spending over the past 8 years in England. But we've seen less than half of that in Scotland. The SNP have not passed on health consequentials." In a direct plea to the Scottish SNP government, she concluded, "The Tory party in Scotland are demanding that the £2 billion that is going to come to Scotland as part of this injection must be spent on health.